What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today on Madden 21, and today, as you can tell by the title of the video or the thumbnail, something that it should be pretty obvious, that we're going to be doing another 0 overall team rebuild. We haven't done one in so long, and this is the first one we're going to be doing with trading, well, you know, the updated trading. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I want this to be a fantasy one in the future. Let me know if you guys want to see full realistic versions of this, full fantasy. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. Maybe we can even do like a full fantasy draft one. I'm assuming there's low enough players where I could probably get the team to like a 30 overall or something ridiculous. But yeah, that's all I really have for you. We already showed you the roster. It's absolutely loaded. If this team even wins a single game, I'm honestly just suing EA. I honestly just am. Now, of course, with this, it should also be noted that we are using a slightly older roster. I believe this is like maybe a January roster, so I don't know if every overall is going to be super great and all that. And, you know, the teams aren't going to have all their real players just because it would have taken too long to make everyone 0 overall. Maybe I still could have done it, but I'm lazy, okay? Relax. And as obviously you can tell, 0-16 Detroit Lions. And the sad part is this isn't even the first time. Sorry, Lions fans. By far the worst. There's, you know, teams with 4 wins, not even a 3 or a 2-win team, just straight up. Let's take a look at some of those scores. Why not, right? Let's take a look at some of those scores, and nice. 144. That was the only game we actually scored in. 144. Negative yardage. Stafford threw a touchdown. To who? Jesse James. Nice. For the Super Bowl, it's the Packers versus the Ravens, and you see the Ravens do win. Now, Kenny Golladay, you know, just like real life, needs a contract. I believe I've seen Kenny Golladay, right? He wants a 3-year 10 as a 12 overall. Are these guys absolutely incredible? I'm not going to sign a single one of them. So, of course, one of the first things you would want to do in one of these 0 overall rebuilds to see you can actually get rid of, which it appears there's like nobody, but at the same time, there's not a lot of players making a whole lot of money, so we're not in the worst place possible. We have 49 mil to work with. We probably do need to sign a bunch of backups. It really comes down to what position do we think we should go for, but not only that, but, I mean, that's obvious. I don't know why I said that. That's quite obvious. What position should we go for? Yeah, clearly. But how young do we need them to be? You know, Alvin Kamara would be sweet and all, who should even be in free agency here. I'm trying to think. I guess, to be fair, this would have been before the contract, maybe, or maybe this, I don't even know, but probably shouldn't even be here anyways. 26 years old as an X Factor. I like Kamara a lot. You don't see him in free agency, like, ever in the new rosters. I'm going to actually go for this. Screw it. We're going to make this a fantasy just for that. Just for this signing alone, we're going to decide that this is going to be a fantasy, you know, 0 overall rebuild. We're going to see how fast we can get this done. Like I said, though, it does. Oh, I remember Monte Nicholson actually worked out really nicely for us recently. But it's a challenge of who do you want to pay, because at the end of the day, if you grab someone that's too old, you're going to just sign them to make your team better for bad draft picks, but not good enough to make the playoffs and actually compete for a Super Bowl. So it's kind of like, can we get someone young enough? And if not, is it even worth signing them? Like, you might as well just keep going 0-16, right? Or very close to 0-16. Like, Tack McKinley is actually a pretty decent overall here. I'd actually probably debate going for him. He's an 81 overall in this roster. He looks pretty good to me. I think we're going to give him a 5-year deal or 53, 54. He's 50-50 for me. Sometimes he's really good. Sometimes he's, well, not even sometimes. A lot of the times he's pretty bad. Sheldon Rankins you get away with, but DT probably not that good of a, you know, situation. Poona Ford, maybe you give him a long-term deal, but on a cheaper deal. Why does it feel like I've spent so much money and yet we're not even, like, really upgrading the team at all? It just seems so strange. Curtis Samuel. I mean, this is a fantasy style, so I'm going to try to lowball him. What the hell? Kevin King's a superstar on this roster, and nobody wants him? Yeah, I wouldn't either. Before we go any further, if you guys have any ideas for a rebuild, you know, similar to this, let me know in the comment section below. Something like, you know, we've done a 0 injuries rebuild where, like, everyone was always injured, which probably in hindsight isn't a great idea. You know, I had an idea for doing this, but like we said, we would do a fantasy draft instead, so the teams would all be kind of scrambled while we still have a 0 overall in the end. You know, the thing about that one, though, is that one might be impossible because you still, even though there's 0 overall, would have to pay them the money. So I'd imagine we'd have to release everyone and then clear the cap and then maybe re-sign them or do something weird like that. But let me know in the comment section below. Of course, if you're already down there, maybe leave a like and subscribe. I mean, it doesn't cost anything, but maybe like a tiny part of your soul. You know, Twitter.com/Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays. Twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for, you know, all things me. And, wow, nice nips. That's what she said. What? So we get Kamara, we get McKinley, we get Ford, and we get Parker. So that's 4 positions, quote-unquote, down. I mean, Parker's like 68 overall, 25. So maybe not, like, you know, the greatest move. Oh, we're up to an 18. We are making progress. Also, just so it wasn't unfair, I decided to go, of course, we have the number 1 overall pick, so please tell me there's a quarterback. It's not looking great right now. But I decided to go with just a randomly generated class, and please, like I said, oh my god. I mean, we're still going to go for him, probably like pick 15, but it's kind of looking like maybe a trade down, right? But yeah, I decided, obviously, it made more sense to, damn, and he's 23. It made more sense to, you know, choose a randomly generated one, otherwise we would pretty much wreak havoc on the class and just, you know, pretty much turn the thing around almost instantly. Wouldn't be very fair. Even if we chose, like, some random class. A lot of classes are kind of copy and paste, and they change a few names around for their overalls, but that's pretty much it. Second batch of free agents, we got a second DT. We do not get Rosen, so we obviously need that quarterback. We get Ward, which is actually decently big, and then we get a punter. 5th-year options. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't want him rag now. I don't want him rag later. I'm going to lose you guys soon, aren't I? Wow, what a name. Nick Nix. I mean, that is top-notch story writing. The creativity on that one, off the actual charts. I've checked the charts, and it is off the charts. Also, very interesting is that they had Rashard Linton, I believe, listed at wide receiver, and it said Heisman. Does that automatically make him like an X Factor, like old Maddens? Do you really risk that high of a pick, though, on a corner? I mean, Minnesota receiver Rashard Linton, 5'9" as well. I mean, that is a very good-looking player, right? They also said Collier was iffy. He was up and down. Looks very good, though, so, I mean, I wouldn't mind him being up and... What? They said Will Charles dominated players. Tremaine Russell, apparently blazing 40, and I agree. That is absolutely insane. Landon Hart, they said, wasn't very strong, but he's very good. And then I can't remember Nick Nix. They said something about him. That's really all I've got. But yeah, I don't know if I could... I just don't think I could trade, or not trade. I don't think I could take a 5'9" cornerback. Where they... Like, it's just... Oh, man. I'm trying to think, like, I don't want this to be a fantasy. Maybe I do just want this to be realistic. I think we're going to make this realistic because I didn't make any unrealistic moves. I lowballed the DTs a little bit, but, I mean, there was no offers on them anyways, and we've seen it before. If you lowball players that have actual offers or they're very good, they aren't going to sign with you, so I don't know. I think corner is very important, but, man, I just can't take a corner this high. Like, if they're not late first, I just can't take a corner when we need so many positions. We also got Ward, who's, you know, he's definitely a good number 1, right? At least this guy looks decent for what he is, which is a 6-rounder. You know, a lot of these players are projected to start for us. But yeah, this first draft is very important, especially with pick number 1. I was willing to, I was willing to risk it all on a quarterback in the first pick overall, but obviously there's just not a talentful one there. I don't know what I'm willing to go down to. I think the best case, like the lowest I'll probably go down to is like 15. But even then, I don't know, maybe like 12 instead. We get John Ross, Josh Adams, and Isaac Nauta. All right, let's go right into it. Like I said, with being realistic, I don't want to just... For one, it would probably be too easy to do it anyways. I know we can pretty much get like anything for pick 1. But we're going to most likely trade down pick 1 to the Cardinals for pick 2, in which we're going to be getting pick 34 at minimum, right? Pick 34, I think even pick 34 is a little too high, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think they actually value it in as well as you should in real life because, once again, we said it in the past, you can't really put a price on having any single player you want in the entire class. Like, there's just no, there's no price you can put on it. Like, there really isn't. Of course, we need, that's 34. But I guess you can put a price on it because they're willing to say that, no, it's not enough. Ragnar. They don't know that he's good. He's not good. they know he's not good. That's the problem. See, now it's just like glitching out because like this is legitimately fair. Like there's no arguing this one. I should have grabbed some like random free agents to trade off. The clock is ticking away. I don't want to get rid of Adams, but I also want the trade to go through because obviously I'm not taking a player at pick 1 overall when they're all like nowhere to be found here. Just the pure pick-to-pick analysis isn't even close to fair. Look at this, man. They actually ruined trading. How? How is it possible that we're getting no value for this at all? This is so bad. And I didn't sign enough players for this. Is there a team that wants Adams at all? Damn, son. Way to ruin the game. Oh, now I get the trade because I went all the way down to 10. This is such a scam, dude. And they end up with Will Charles. Of course they do. Bruh, my whole like draft plans are like kind of ruined already. Like, I ain't gonna lie. They're already kind of ruined. Like, you've got to be joking me. Like, you know how much value, like, we still should have had? Like, I don't want to, like, cuck the draft and, like, cheese it so hard to where, like, it's just not fair at all. But come on, dude. And we lost Adams. Of course, they view this as fair, which it kind of is, in fairness. Actually, is it? Yeah, it is fair, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is fair, which is unfortunate, but oh well, we're going to try to like cheese it to trade back. I was trying to just find a way to cheese the game to where we could fix the, the undervalue that happened. Oh, don't tell me the quarterback's gone. He's not. The scarediness that I got from that is why I'm taking him now. 76 overall hit, and that's an absolute steal. I have no idea what overall. I have vibes of star or X Factor. No in between. No in between. I don't know what it is. I just feel this way. And Tremaine Russell was a very fast player, and somehow he is still there. Landon Hart. Oh, he's early second. Like, the reason why I want Landon Hart so bad is that they mentioned him as being, like, really good. Like, it was like a can't-miss, surefire player. And with that as his grading thing, if he doesn't have hidden, guess who's being forced to hidden? So, I don't know. Actually, I should start looking at the values of these because, like, this feels like I actually maybe over-traded. Maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. Like a fifth. Nah, it was probably like a fourth overtrade. Is there any shot to get into the Jaguars? Probably not, right? Well, we got it. We sold hard. However, we're going to be using... I don't even know what we deserve, but I'd say at least a free first round from the Raiders coming up this season. I feel like that's easily fair. We're going to go with Tremaine Russell here. I think this is probably a can't-miss player. And it is 75 overall with hidden and immense amounts of speed. Unbelievable draft pick, 5'10". What a win on that pick. That is an absolute win. So far, all the picks have been. It's just we've traded a little bit more up than I've wanted to. Landon Hart, like I said, automatically hidden. Whether he is in game or not, he's automatically hidden for us. And, okay, I figured it would, he would be hidden. And that's why you can see now that the decision-making I make, and as far as realism goes, is pretty fair, right? Like, the chance of him just randomly being hidden and having nothing to do with his news thing is slim to none at best. I mean, you'd see maybe, what? I would say there's about 100 linemen at least in the draft. Maybe 8 of them are hidden at best. So, I mean, the odds of that just randomly being a hidden guy and it not being the reason why. Ooh, the first-round pass rusher's there, too. Do we have anyone later? Because I really don't want to spend that kind of money. We could just develop Calvin Bratton. I really don't want to trade up again. Our next pick is what? Pick 10 in the second? Pick 10 in the second. I'm going to go to the next round. If the pass rusher's somehow magically there, I'm going to make the play. He's not. The DT is there. We don't really need him. Philip Wilkins, don't need him, actually. I forgot we got Kamara. And yeah, I suppose we're going to just move to 10 and probably trade back for the first time in, the first round. But yeah, we're definitely going to be cheesing the Raiders for that first-round pick. They deserve, I mean, hell, we probably deserve more than that. Let's see, what did they actually give us? I can't remember. I think it was literally just their second round, wasn't it? Pick 10 and 10 in the second would be like, oh my lord, 43 maybe? 10 and 43 for 1. It's not even close. Let's say their projected 15th pick overall. That's somewhat close. So I honestly think we should get a first and a fourth at minimum. Pick 10, like I said, we don't really need this pick that high, so let's try to get to the third. It'd be clutch to pick up a high fourth as well. If we can, that would be niche. Titans are willing to give us stuff, but that's for next year. The Niners are somewhat giving that to us. Hopefully we didn't trade for any team that's in the division. 51 and 115. You'd only get an extra 7th. I'm not really caring that much. 52. So the Niners have made the best trade, and we will be taking that. Of course, we add the 4th round. We still stay, in the high second. Can we make another play? I mean, I'll take that, but it's not necessarily what I'm looking for. We're winning the draft here a little bit, though. We got, all the hiddens in the world that we wanted. I think we're going to take him, though. Enrique Morales, 69 overall normal. He's a bit raw, but he is like a jump ball style guy, so I suppose someone new for the squad. Is there any player I don't want to lose? I don't want to lose the center, I guess. We had some luck with the center position, obviously. We don't want to lose Bratton, that's for a fact, but that's way too high for us to go. We're going to lose the player, the center, but... Well, we're going to lose somebody. I don't even know what position it was, but we're going to lose somebody. It's fine, though. Early 5th, I guess. Michael Graham, the center. Get lucky again. We don't, but an automatic plug-and-play starter, I suppose. Have no choice. We're filling the positions all right, and obviously we're still far away, and I don't know what devs the guys we had are. Is that a little early? Like, I have no idea how good he is, but the potentials are really solid. He's decent in speed, and the main thing is he's 21. Dave Hampton can't be good, right? A late first-round talent. All these are, like, kind of lies, though. Can I pass up the value for a position we don't need, though? We're going to go for Bratton. Screw it. And he's hidden! Okay, now that is surprising. He's actually a lot slower than I thought. I would assume a lot of that went to Excel. But he's hidden. I was just like, okay, he's young. Okay, 40. The potentials look good. I'll take him. The DT's gone, damn. Who's this? Similar to the wide receiver we drafted, who obviously wasn't super great. We'll definitely be looking to replace him early. But that's a win. Our pass rush is kind of set, and our front four is looking pretty good. Middle linebacker, like we said, we need every position. Too high, late 6. Yeah, we'll trade this down. If we get a pick like right after pick 1, that'd be sweet. All right, we got scammed. We moved back to 28 and only got a 7th next year. And I guess this is kind of where, might as well. Rasheem Kellum, decent 40 time. Shuttle's okay. 3-cone's a little rough. We'll take him. And another high overall, 68 overall. I could work with that for sure. Probably, not even probably, 100% a plug-and-play starter because we didn't get any free agent linebackers. I mean, Kamara's already a type of player like Gooden. But these other players are a little, iffy. I don't want McCune. I think I'm just going to take Gooden. 67 overall normal. Yeah, that didn't really do us too well. We did lose Adams, though, so if the other power back is there still at 20, I'm going to take him as well. Screw it. Might as well. I mean, these picks aren't really that bad. And he is there, so we're going to do it. Kalen Nash looks pretty solid, actually. And 71 overall. And he is. I think he's the new number 2, in my opinion. This will trade for next year. And, maybe not. I don't know if we actually got a kicker or punter, did we? We have 2 active punters, apparently. They're probably both, fake, though. Let's see if we can get, a team that has 2 7ths and just trade them this, and we'll just take a kicker punter. Even if they're trash, we'll at least have somebody. Really just going to look for any team with 2 7ths. And if we don't have our 7th, there has to be one. There they are, the Broncos. That's a win for them. We'll take it. Obviously, we want to see some of the other players we pass on because there were some good ones in the end, especially since we're going to be adding a first-round pick from the Raiders to our list. Do we not have a punter? We have a fullback here. Oh, come on, man. I'm going to take the fullback, Connor Dent. I mean, I would say I regret it, but it's a fullback. I didn't expect much. And then, honestly, does it really even matter if we take a punter or kicker? It probably doesn't because they're going to be unusable regardless of who they are. So, I'm actually going to take the punter instead. Screw it. Josh Doris. Yikes. If that's the best punter, well, what are we doing here, EA? Huh? What are we doing? All right, let's cheese it, see what our Roy Gillisby. What an interesting name. We're going to take a look at these devs. Like I said, Star or X Factor. He was easily the best quarterback in the class, and he is an X factor. That is honestly almost like ruins the experience because like that is just too easy. I don't know what number I want. 18, that would be some interesting number. Let's go number 10. X factor. We landed 2 other hiddens, I believe. I would assume the corner was X factor. I want to know if he can play wide receiver, though. Yo! No shot! There's no way. 2 X factors. Have we even done that this Madden? I really wish we were live streaming, dude. And then it's super... Okay, we have to pay attention to these news stories more. I know we have been burned in the past, but these news stories are goated. They really are. I'm trying to remember like whose was good or not. I know the cornerbacks was Heisman, and he was apparently a wide receiver, so this guy has to be a god. 5'9", decently fast. Only 71 catching, though, so I imagine his receiving stats are actually pretty trash. But this guy's got to be superstar, maybe X Factor. And he is X Factor. That's 3 X Factors, by the way. Ratings, any, like, catching. So juking's kind of rough. It said wide receiver. It might have just been a glitch, though. I can't remember if they said Will Charles was good. Then let me see. Would I have anything? Will Charles destroyed someone, apparently. Oh, voice crack. Yikes. So, yeah, like I said, you can get burned because... Don't get me wrong, he's really good. I need water, by the way. That's why I had a voice crack. That's it. Like, he's decent, good traits and all that. But, yeah, I mean, it said Will Charles destroyed Terrence Walton, who I actually kind of want to see now in, I don't remember what game it was, but some game, some match. Talk about an L. Look at this. That's an absolute L. This was actually the other guy I was going to go for, and... He's also very good. I don't think he's going to be an X Factor now, probably like Superstar or Star, but yo, we landed 2 X Factors and a Superstar. I know we had the first overall pick, and it seems like when we do have the first overall pick, we do kind of get lucky. A lot of 5'9" corners, by the way. I can't remember if this guy was good. Was this guy up? Yeah, this guy, see, that's what, like, you can't fully trust it, but, you know, if it's a good report, yeah, it's probably worth trusting, because this one it said, well, this one it said iffy player. I think it was like... Solomon Collier was like up and down at the combine or something, so I don't even know. I would only imagine Star because of that. Yeah, Star, but that's still really good. Was there anyone else? Tremaine Russell, that was the guy we had. He was apparently really fast. I don't remember what they said about Nick Nix. I think they said he was good. He just wasn't the best guy on their list, so let's take a look. Yeah, normal development. Still really good, though. Anyone else? DB Henry. Did we already look at that guy? Oh, here's Henry. Cam Henry, 6'4", tall. Kind of reminds me of our Griffin guy from the Rams League. Check it out. And he is superstar. So, yeah, we got to pay attention to these. I normally ignore them, but they're actually kind of juiced. Like, this is... You know, we don't really normally pay attention. Oh, I looked at my list, and I was like, Hart was one of them. I was like, oh, yeah, we drafted him. What do you mean? Yeah, there was some Terrence Walton guy as well, but I didn't get to see that. Look at this Stafford contract. What a disaster. Disaster efforts. I suppose you get rid of Justin Coleman. Who was that? Is that Trey Flowers? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, no. But, yeah, we pulled out the freaking clutch. X Factor wide receiver. X Factor quarterback. Superstar center. Of course, we wanted more than what we got, but, hey, I'll take what we can get. So we got to release some players. We got to sign some free agents as well to get that trade over to the freaking Raiders, who absolutely robbed us. It worked out in the end, but absolutely robbed us. There's no arguing that they took us for a freaking ride, man. They were not messing about. Oh, they only have $2 million. How do you only have $2 million? You finessed us. I don't even know how that like would change anything. I'm gonna have to like lower our cap players, or I don't even know. What a disaster. Just know we're going to have the first pick from the Raiders. All right, so we have the roster for the second season, technically the first one where we actually have control of things. I didn't actually want Reynolds on the team. Ross, I think we legitimately signed. This is why I got to do all these videos in one go. But Russell will obviously be the number one because he has the most potential. Quarterback obviously starts. So running backs are set. Center is good. Left tackle's meh. The rest are trash. Defensively, we're missing this position and that position. Bratton's on the left end spot. We definitely should be sitting in a 4-3, though, because we have multiple DTs and the rest we don't. Ward's not a bad choice. We grabbed a couple of free agent corners. You can see they're not looking too hot, though. And yeah, I'd still imagine an 0-16 season, but maybe, just maybe, we'd have a shot to win a few games, maybe. All right, nothing really to work on about re-signings, and yeah, still 0-16. See if any of the games were a bit closer, though. Oh, they definitely were. They were a lot closer. Some games we actually came close to winning. But yeah, we gave up like hundreds of points a game last season. This season, Roy Gillespie, I don't know if that's good enough to make Rookie of the Year, but it's got to be pretty close. Kamara, not bad considering the offensive line is trash. Not great. Tremaine Russell, just under 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. He definitely was the best receiver on the team. Blocking, I mean, there was a couple of guys that were 12 overall, so just saying. Tackling, Kellum, 130 tackles, 105 for Joe Hunt. Sack totals, Bratton, 7 sacks with 5 for McKinley. It's not bad for a rookie. Picks, only 4 total. I will say, though, Kellum had to be, like, you know, he had to get a lot of XP because that's pretty good numbers, right? Those are some pretty solid numbers. We did get Rookie of the Year on both sides of the ball, which is obviously an absolute win and a half. We now will head to the Super Bowl, see who wins. Obviously, we are nowhere to be found. I mean, we got a couple of close ones. This will probably be the season where we actually feel the roster good enough to win some games as the Saints take down the Jaguars. We are a 58 overall. I don't think, other than maybe defensively, we would have had any dev-ups. Of course, we know that these two were rookies. Or we know they were rookies. We know they were X-Factors. Something like Evasive would probably make a lot of sense. He's pretty fast, so Evasive probably makes sense. And then Gillespie is already an 80 overall. Gets Freight Train, which I don't think makes sense, right? Yeah, 30 trucking. 30 trucking. Okay, Freight Train, though. Let's go. Omaha. Inside Deadeye's pretty good. Bulldozer makes no sense. Doesn't really have a good tight end, so I guess she's giving Pocket Deadeye like a god. And then Pasley actually got some pretty good overall abilities without us. Not bad at all. Kellum, I believe, was not hidden before, right? So he goes to star, which is worthy. McKinley goes up in dev. Really? Superstar? That's a little surprising. And then Bratton. Wait, Bratton was already superstar? I do not remember that, but apparently so. That is surprising, though. Mr. McKinley goes up in dev. We'll take it, though. Extra credit. Guess he was putting in extra credit. Wait a minute. Because he was putting in extra credit was the joke. But what number is he wearing? 90. Okay, I thought it was like 88 or something. Yikes. But the good thing is we're losing a decent bit of 12 overall players, so, you know, we're freeing up the roster and freeing up some space. Let's see if we can do that for any other player. So Stafford, I think this would be the year you could get rid of him. Oh, that's a win and a half. Jamie Collins, I think you could do the same. Oh, we winning out here. Don't even worry about it. Is there anyone else, like Hawkinson maybe? No, we cannot. Vitae, that is just a bad contract, whether this is 12 overall or not. Okuda, probably not. Okay, fair enough. So we now have 95 mil to work with, and this is a name I almost never see in free agency. So I am actually going to pay Mr. Tre'Davious White. It'd be nice to get Mitchell Schwartz. Think it's a little too early to put that kind of money into a lineman, though. Leighton Vander Esch is actually really good here. Mike McGlinchey. There's some really solid names here, man. Reed would be nice, but the money's a little too high, I think. Rashawn Evans. Interesting. Yeah, there's some pretty solid names here. Obviously, I want to go for some older players as well that aren't going to, cost as much. Njoku could be a name. All right, so we did our free agent signings, and let me tell you, we actually came out pretty on top. We got Tre'Davious White. We got Jake Elliott. We got McGlinchey. We got Kaiser White. We got Ronnie Harrison. My boy Edmonds was taken, or somebody offered him. I wasn't going to bid war. And then Leighton Vander Esch. So we, our team is tremendously improved. I don't remember if we've done a 0 overall rebuild this year without signing free agents, but without signing free agents or without trades would be a very interesting challenge. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys be interested in seeing like something like that or that exactly. So now we really don't need a middle linebacker anymore. I would say move Kellum to right out, I suppose. Let's move him to left out and then put the other guy right out, Kaiser. Really, we should be moving Leighton over there, but yeah. I seen that Wyatt Teller was a free agent, but since, like I said, this was made before, or kind of old at least, he was a 73 overall normal, which is brutal. And another set of free agent wins, David Njoku specifically is the main one, but we get a 72 overall left tackle and a 71 overall center. I know the tackle can start somewhere. I don't know exactly where Bo, was that Bo or is it Brian Allen? Is that the former Eagles center? I can't remember. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think we have our scouting done as, I forgot I offered a 1-year deal on Robert Woods, 1 year 14. He said no. It was a 79-point offer, so it's not terrible. No to Horn, no for Connor Williams, but we do get Ronald Leary on a cheap deal, which is a nice win. But yes, we do have the first pick overall, as you would expect, and this guy apparently won the Heisman. So maybe that's the guy you go for. Everyone else, though, there were bad things. Josh Schultz, they were like, he had a bad 40 time. He wasn't making any excuses about it, though, which is, okay, cool. I don't really care. It's a lineman. And then there was a quarterback, Toon, and it was like he's quote-unquote fragile, so I don't know. And then something about Seth Graham dropping. I already had this guy on the list, though, him and Damian Watford. So, something tells me maybe you should still grab him. Game glitched out. Apparently we have pick 4 as well. I absolutely want to trade this pick down. It's not like we don't have value there. It's just, by the way, where is the value here? So Miami's willing to trade us a 3rd and a 5th to move up to 1, which I just don't even see that being fair. Clyde Turner looks like an absolute monster. Do we risk it on him, though? I mean, pick 1 overall. Miami could probably use a wide receiver. Is that the move they're going to make, though? Let's take a look. Wide receiver's not on their top tier list. Apparently Devin Funchess is a decent overall. It would not surprise me to see them take him. However, because it's a wide receiver, I don't know if I really even want to take him that high. There's another couple of slot type guys later on. So we're going to trade to Miami. If our wide receiver's still there, maybe we'll take him. I don't know, dude. It's tough. And they take a defensive tackle. I feel like with our needs at DB that you take... Do we just take Ben Knighton? Like, he's got to be good if he won the Heisman, right? We're risking on Ben Knighton. 77 overall hidden, so automatically a decent pick. Can play corner, and that may be where he plays. At 5'9", it's an interesting position to be in, but he is 2.22, so I don't know, a little strange at the same time. And the wide receiver is still there, but as you can see, our draft picks are looking a bit rough. And once again, if we really want a wide receiver, you have that guy or the more popular Rudy McKinney. I believe there was another wide receiver even. I don't even know, but there's some really solid players here in the later portion of the draft. I mean, might as well just trade down, right? If we had a 2nd or a 3rd, maybe, but we just don't. So I don't even know if this is fair, but I just threw it up there. We probably deserve more. I don't know why I've just been giving away our draft picks lately. Like, obviously, the one earlier, we didn't really have much of a choice. Like, yeah, we deserved a lot more than that, so we're probably going to be taking a 2nd round off of Denver. I got to write that down for next season. Hopefully they take someone decent, though, just because, maybe not. We have a speed rusher who looks good. Don't need him. We have a guard who they mentioned was bad with his 40 time, but that doesn't really matter. It did say that it was like he didn't make any excuses, which maybe he should have. It's like, okay, didn't make any excuses. Maybe, maybe he's like, I don't care if I'm slow. I'm strong as hell, I don't know. I don't know how far EA puts into these situations. I believe the Saints had, what do they have? Pick 32. Can we get 64 off them? Oh, we can. Don't know if that's fair, but I'm just going to kind of go off of EA's trade logic for the most part nowadays. But yeah, I mean, they kind of seem like it is a little all over the place, but yeah, it'd be what it be. He's still there. Josh Schultz, 21 years old, mentioned. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's not always a win some, you lose. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't good. He's still probably going to have a starting spot somewhere. But I wish we could redo that. And there's really no one else we need to trade for. We have 22 and 32 in this round. Do we even actually want to take anyone? Sharif Harold. I don't even know how he's still there. I didn't even see this guy. I thought he was gone already. I'm going to take Sharif Harold, actually. 74 overall normal. I don't know how that compares to the 2 normal development, kind of older DTs we currently have, but we'll see. But yeah, after that free safety, the draft kind of went downhill a bit, ain't gonna lie. I think Seth Graham is a guy I do want, just for the hell of it. George Bartel, these guys are kind of like on the lower overall side. Push his right end up there, so realistically, we could probably trade till, like, I don't even know, like right around where we already have with pick 22. But I kind of want to trade this for next year, and it's a second-round pick still technically, so if we find a team that, it's kind of maybe middle of the pack, we can get a second off of them. All right, so we got a second and a fourth off of the Dolphins next year, and look at how many picks they have. 3 straight picks. They end up with the quarterback Tune. Interesting. That is an interesting one. I don't know how good he is. 72 overall is not terrible. And honestly, pass rusher, I mean, really, the tight end's not a big position need either, but they mentioned him. They said he went down, though, on their board. I'm going to still take him, though. Ooh, 68 overall. That is another rough one. Yeah, I'm hoping that that Heisman is an X factor, because if he's not, this was a pretty big L. I ain't going to lie. I don't even know what we landed for next year, but it can't be enough to fix this draft when we had pick 1 and 4. Like, this has been a little rough. I'll take a bit of that credit there. Let's trade this down. We actually took a next year 4th for that. We have a 6th pick. I mean, we have the first. Oh, my Lord. They're all gone. Whatever. Gonna take the middle linebacker, Corbet or Corbett. Yeah, okay. Wish we would have landed one of those other linemen. I don't know how good they were, but green interest or green value isn't the worst thing to have, right? We also didn't do anything for our wide receiver position, which is a bit of an L. There may be some players, though, on the trade block. A lot of times, teams get new players, and they just, I don't know what that sound was, and, they move on. So we'll see. I mean, we're not in the worst spot. We still have John Ross, I believe. I guess we're going to take Middleton. And he's hidden. That is a win. How in the world? Of course, we've already been over it before. Technically, a hidden development wide receiver doesn't mean everything, especially if they're only star, because normal to star is actually a bit of an XP boost, and it's not super hard to get, but hey, with this team, it probably will be. I will take that. Obviously, he already has the second best potential on the team. I kind of want to see what that development is like. Same with the free safety. Both are obviously starters in this one. In Middleton, yeah, of course, I figured he would be star, but you never know. If Knighton isn't at least superstar, it's kind of an L. It's kind of an L. I also want to see some of the players we missed. Knighton should be a superstar. He's only star. Wow, what an L. I mean, he's still really good, but that's still kind of an L. That is rough. I'm going to put him at number 29 because that works for corner or safety. I think he's going to be playing safety this season for us, though. Yeah, that was an L. That's an L draft. Actual number 1 overall, Wiley. That's even more of an L. Max Manning. And I wouldn't say as much of an L, but it's still, it's not great. Left tackle is normal. Strong safety is normal. Right outside linebacker is normal. Hidden development left end. Heaton Pope. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether he's star or superstar. It's obviously a good pick because it's a lineman with hidden, but let's take a look anyway. Superstar, that's a win. The Colts are they're just going off. Absolutely going off. Where did our wide receiver go? I should have been paying attention. I thought he was easily a top 5 pick because that's where he was projected. But as you can see with these drafts, there's a reason why there's a lot of times we have L drafts, and it's because that's just the way EA's drafts work this year. Craig Moore, that's a really good player, but once again, normal development. Is this the guy? It is not the guy. Did somebody go? Someone went above Turner, and he was a great player. We should have went with him. He's a jump ball god. 96 jumping. With 90, wow, he is a very good player. If he doesn't have, I didn't see if he had aggressive or not. If he doesn't, that's pretty sad. Oh no, we should have taken him. We would have had such a sick group. That's okay, though. Does he have aggressive? Oh my, aggressive. To be fair, he doesn't have any of the other traits, and his body build looks really scarily weird. But yeah, you can see a lot of the players were normal. Teague, that's an interesting draft selection. Here's Jay Rhodes, one of the fast guys. McKinney, I think, was the guy we were going to go with, and, kind of glad we didn't, I suppose. Carmichael at 21, I think I had him on my list. I mean, you guys see that there's a crazy... Look at that bust. That is just terrible. And he's 23. Oh, terrible. Like, there's just an amazing amount of bad players in each draft. But I guess when looking at some of those positions, we could have done worse, but we also could have done better, specifically with the wide receiver, considering it was such a big need. 81 overall, might be able to trade for a wide receiver. Do we need to, though, with Middleton? I don't know. But yeah, we have technically made the team better, I suppose. And, of course, Graham will be starting over Christian. Forgot we got McGlinchey. But yeah, the team's already not looking so bad. When the hell did we get Sweat? I don't even remember that. But yeah, the team's not looking so bad at all. Did I say not so good? It's definitely looking pretty well. He's definitely playing free safety. We don't even need a freaking corner, technically. Got number 1 and 2 set, so... Yeah, I mean, this team should win... I mean, not even should. They will win some games. Maybe even surprise some teams and make the playoffs. I don't know if we showed the team for season... I mean, it's technically season 3, but it's not really... Is it? Wait, is it? 21, 20... No, it's technically season 2. Right? I don't even know, dude. I left this for a couple of days. This is why you don't leave things for a couple of days. This is what the team looks like. Obviously, really solid looking. And, yeah. Well, no, it has to be... Wait, what? Oh, yeah. It is season 3, but it's technically season... I knew my stuff. Not really. I put the team on 7 wins, because I think even though we are still pretty low of an overall with our... nice breakout right out the gate. But with our devs at some positions, specifically the most important ones, quarterback and wide receiver, I think we can actually put up quite the numbers this year as we lose, but maybe that's a good thing? Really? What is it now? Maybe, well, for Puna Ford, obviously not overall the outlook, but, you know, them getting 31 points got to mean that they had a lot of offense, right? And I don't know, but then again, it means low success. Yeah, things are going bad. All right, it's pretty early to have any, like, big-name signings. Yeah, I seen Hawkinson. I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. 12 overall. Yeah, no one needs to be signed. All right, headed to the playoffs. We had a pretty decent season, and we finished out at 9-7. And surprisingly enough, we actually get a playoff berth with the division doing as well as it does. 2 losses right near the end with the win. We wouldn't have had the division no matter what, but, you know, it would have been nice to clean up shop a little bit better than that. Obviously, you can't get any better than X Factor. Had a pretty damn good season. Rushing, Kamara was pretty good. They did have a lot of rushing touchdowns. Middleton, okay, not bad. Russell was a little bit on the lower side, and Joku, not bad, actually. But yeah, Middleton could go to superstar. Looking at offensive line. Right tackle should be doing way better than that. And is this guy good? Okay, man. Forget it. 3 guys over 100 tackles. Ward had a development or a breakout development up chance, but he blew it, as with many of the other players we had. Sack totals, I don't even want to talk about. Tre'Davious White, 8 interceptions. That's among some of the highest I've even seen in a rebuild for Sim. That is really high. That may be the highest. I don't even know. Maybe we've seen 9. I don't know if we've ever seen double digits in Sim, though. Jake Elliott, really, really good signing there as he showed up big time. Calvin Gooden with 2 kick return touchdowns. Looks like we had to keep him around because 2 kick return touchdowns in a season is very, very solid. Here's the MVP list. Our guy just barely getting in there. Okay, I don't know how the hell we ended up back in the NFL. Middleton with Rookie of the Year. No Rookie of the Year on the defensive side of things. A lot of Packers awards. A lot of NFC North awards in general. Yeah, a lot of them. How many actually were NFC North? Had to be a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the what? Like 11 or 12 maybe? Maybe 13. I don't even know. But yeah, that's NFC North dominating. 85 overall to 86 overall Saints. I mean, to go from 0 overall to be caught up with the Saints just like that it sure is something. Their quarterback is Josh Rosen. If we lose this game, I will never forgive this team or EA. Not that EA will ever get my forgiveness anyways, but, you know, it locks it in. There you go. He's like, please, give us a chance. 14-23. At half, we're down by 2. We give up a field goal, it appears, and looking okay here. Only down by 2 as the team is right in there. Gets the touchdown. Defense holding up. 5 minutes left. Offense just chokes it away immediately, though. Defense holds to a field goal. 2.5 minutes left. I mean, you got to score here, right? And you do. And wow, that is a very impressive game by the Lions here. Gillespie and company, they just seem like they just kept on marching, man. I don't know what that like voice was there. Marching. Middleton looking like a baller still. Defensively, sacks for the DTs. A lot of DTs getting sacks, actually. Ronnie Harrison with a pick. I mean, that's just a clean performance, really, both sides. I know both teams had a pick, but as far as a playoff game goes, that's very clean. It's just a clean battle, and we just slightly beat them. 22 upgrade points. Okuda actually almost has a chance to become something, but obviously it's going to be some bucket business, right? It's so broken. 2 agility. I don't know how that affects a pass rusher, but, like, give that to a running back, please. Thank you. But, yes, we move on to the divisional. Going up against the... Oh, my Lord, the Giants. If we could beat the Saints, we could beat the Giants, who are 7-9, right? The Giants have given me some troubles in rebuilds, but they're 7-9. Who's their quarterback? Please don't tell me it's like Cam Newton. Cam Newton is like always their quarterback by now, for some reason. It's Daniel Jones. Okay, I mean, Daniel Jones is giving me the works as well, but hey, there you go. Oh, there you go. Off to a pretty good start comparatively to last week, although you could see the Giants are playing the Lions role last week. We came out swinging and then just nothing. Still nothing. I'm getting a little angry. Thank you. Missed the extra point, which sucks, but hopefully it won't matter. Looks like we got the 2-point conversion. Fourth quarter, only up 7, but I mean, worst case scenario, you only give up the tying score. And worst case scenario it is. Do we hit that field goal? Jake Elliott, you hero. Can the defense make it count, though? I don't, like, here's the thing. I don't want them to win technically, because I want to keep playing, and I'm not going to just end. But at the same time, I kind of want to see, like, what's the fastest we could ever get a speed rebuild done, or not a speed rebuild, what is that called? A 0 overall rebuild completed. Of course, we are on last gen for this one, so it might be a little bit too easy for us because the gameplay actually isn't complete dog crap. Russell with the double move. Middleton. Like, how am I supposed to get this to Middleton? That's all I want to know in life. Like, how is that happening? Well, maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way. He gets it to the 3. No freaking pressure at all. I have no idea what their team looks like, but honestly, if it's like New York's team at all in real life, yeah, I can see why there was no pressure, right? What's the score? So we do need a touchdown. I mean, I believe the team could do it, but the clock management by the AIs in this game is just so bad. And that, I mean, that's just a force and a half. Russell got absolutely locked down. You could run it, but I think if you're going to run it, running on 3rd down makes a little more sense. I don't think it really matters too much, but that's tough, and Middleton catches it. Literally had the entire drive. Let's go. Middleton's a boss. Oh, they're going to challenge this too. I get there at home, but like New York has got somebody in their wait a minute. Don't they go to New York to review it? Hold up. This is some scammeroni. Like, how many booth reviews are going to get? Like, the first one didn't make sense. This one didn't make sense. Now there's going to be some pass interference 70 yards down the field somehow. Of course, we win, which puts us in the championship game. That was the divisional. Looking at the performance, okay, not as clean of a battle this time. A couple of interceptions. I thought that was Daniel Jones for some reason, who I may have called Daniel Parks. I was thinking of our Bulldogs franchise. Russell actually did come up pretty clutch. Sack totals, really just not much at all. 2 teams, both got the 2 picks. Interesting. Kicking, we missed an extra point. They did not. That could have costed us big times. Obviously, could have had the field goal for the tie rather than having to have the touchdown to have any sort of shot. But at the same time, in the same way, maybe we would have been a little bit more conservative and we went into overtime instead because we didn't need the touchdown. I mean, you never know. Things change. Landon Hart has actually gone up pretty fast for an offensive lineman. Obviously, he is a superstar. I don't know if that's good. Rip seems like a finesse. Actually, I can't tell. Rip would be a power move, right? During pre-play, blitz. Okay, dude. Like, why? Let's be honest. Wait, when it says pre-play, does it mean if I wanted to, if someone's blitzing, it's going to show me before the play starts that they're blitzing? Because that's OP if that's the case. But if it's not, then it's like, I think I'm going to be able to see who's running at me, right? And I'm going to panic no matter what. It doesn't matter what you show me. I will be throwing into coverage because I will be panicking. To the championship round, though, we have the Green Bay Packers, who won a decent bit of awards themselves. This isn't a good look for us. Both teams are an 85 overall. It's still not a good look, though. Rodgers can't be that high of an overall, though. Like, he's had to regress because we didn't use active rosters, meaning Rodgers would have regressed from the first season. Oh, Lord. This is a clutch game, right? This is really cool. But this doesn't really bode too well for Detroit, right? I mean, this isn't something I'd be looking for if I'm them. And Rodgers looked really oily there. All right, winner gets to pretty much beat the Bengals for the Super Bowl title, it would appear. And so far, it looks like it could be them. Nice rushing touchdown. Kamara. Come on, there you go. No, that could be the dagger. I know it's early, but like that could be the deciding factor of the game. As we're in the fourth quarter, up by 4. We'd be up by 2 possessions if we didn't give up that touchdown before half. Clutch play by the Packers, and look at this drive. They only get a field goal. Wow. Talk about defense. That is clutch. Offense is looking okay. A penalty bails us out. Come on. Another penalty bails us out. And then we throw a pick. No. Are you joking? Oh, they got to go for this, right? They're going for it. Who do I use her? Billings and Ford aren't that great, so I'm going to use her Billings. Come on. Are they going to run it? These guys are madmen. And it worked. I don't care, dude. I want to win it all. Who's number 39? They don't... Hello? Well, look at Devontae getting all wiggly and stiggly. Okay, dude. They do not deserve to win. They have a number 39 playing tight end or something. Or maybe they just had their fullback out wide. I don't know, but it didn't look very good. Yes, good swat away. They do realize, I know it's the weather, right? They do realize a field goal, like, puts them in the lead, right? I'm just saying. Remember the whole time I was going to just use the D-line and not play a huge part in the game? Well, here we are. I mean, the team probably would have done better without me, you know? Assuming they would have ran. I've seen a lot of, like, stuffed runs. Oh, Ford with a nice push. Oh, hell no. Okay. Aaron Jones had a bit of a shot there, man. This is really cool weather, though. Like a nighttime Lambeau snow game, in-game, out-of-game, whatever it is. Like, you can't really get much better than that, right? Their kicker is going to get blocked. No, he won't. Okay, so 1:19 left. I don't want to drive them down again, but, like, I'm going to drive them down again. And because of how small the team is, Middleton looks like a giant. I mean, that's all right, you know? 10 yards is 10 yards at the end of the day, but not at the beginning. And they just left him. Speed is all that matters. It really is. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's on all Madden. It doesn't matter, though, because speed kills. And watch them just choke it away. Oh! Say as much as you want. They literally went for the dagger right away. Oh, my God. They literally had the dagger play. They ran it for like 25 yards and a touchdown. You know, we helped. Would they have won without us? Possibly and probably not. But you never know. Kamara just went off. Deserves everything. Devontae went off. We kind of made him look good. Wow, Kamara! Could you leave some for the rest? Like 230 yards and like 4 touchdowns. Absolutely carried today. Their defense was very solid for pass rush. Got a couple of picks in there. Say what you want. If Rodgers doesn't throw picks in the championship game, they win. I'm just saying. And there's probably some upgrades we can make, but, you know, we can't because everyone's 12 overall, and if I hit Y up, it's just like, nah, sorry, dude. But, yeah, the Bengals, this should be the game that we win, right? It's easy. I mean, I'll show you guys we didn't force any wins. I know we did come in and play technically, but the way, wrong thing. The way the game is set up, they just would not have, wow. Getting over 30 and allowing over 30 is the motto. We're bad at everything. But yeah, they just would have not stopped the clock too well. 15-1, really? At 81 over? EA, hello. How are you doing? Are you feeling all right? They're an 81 overall. Imagine what overall they would be if they didn't get a 15-1, technically 17-1 season. Wow. All right, going to the end of the game. Detroit coming out strong. Bengals not too bad themselves. 14-7, 21-7, 28-7. Have we done it? Have we done the thing? 35-7 at halftime. If you blow this, Like, the Falcons will be erased from history. You don't even have to worry about them anymore. Falcons fans would be, like, happy for days. We're not the Falcons, though. We win this game 41-21, and we've already completed the 0 overall rebuild. Is that a world record? Is that a speed run? To be fair, I mean, you can't say it took 3 seasons because the first season doesn't count, right? Like, it just doesn't count. It's simply put. But we're going to see what we can do with 2 more seasons. We're going to go for 2 more. Technically, to be a 5-year rebuild, but not really. The Detroit Lions win the bowl of soup. What kind is it? Probably chicken noodle. Oh, man, I ordered some food, and it came with soup recently, and they didn't have chicken noodle soup. They had some bean soup. Like, tell me that isn't, like, that should be a crime. Your base soup should be chicken noodle. Base. That's the base soup at minimum, right? That's like the basic. Like, it's like if you get what kind of soda you want. If they don't have Mountain Dew or Pepsi, one of the 2, or Coca-Cola, if they don't have one of those 3 at least, like, they should be shut down, right? I mean, come on, man. Like, it's basics. It's like, you get a cookie with your dessert. What kind of cookie you want? Oh, sorry, we don't have chocolate chip. Come on, man. What kind of water do you want? I'll just take a water. Sorry, dude, we only have sewer water. Come on. Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. But here we are with, wow, what a game. Gillespie with 5 touchdowns. I'm assuming he was the MVP, right? Carried Kamara this time a little bit, which is fine, you know. The team is a good effort team. Pass rush is a little bit weak, though. Like, the team did well in the postseason pass rush-wise, but it really shouldn't have, right? Like, our team, we have McKinley is actually pretty decent. Bratton is good, but he's not there yet. He's still kind of an low overall. And the DTs are very below average, or at least average at best. So it's a little strange that we show up the way we do. Of course, with our rookie quarterback and some contracts expiring and maybe being able to get rid of some more of these 12 overall scrubs, we can afford even more talent probably in this upcoming free agent class. As you can see here, we're going to be letting these 3 guys, well, technically 4 guys go. And once again, we'll be adding to that with, some free agents here. We have $63 million to work with. And to show you guys we didn't cheat, even though it doesn't matter because you already saw the first couple, there you go, Super Bowl and all. Easy clap. Ooh, this could be kind of fun, actually. I don't think we've ever had Darius Slayton. Like, we've had him, obviously in Giants rebuilds, but as far as like a free agent target, we've never had him, if I'm not mistaken. Also, David Andrews is like a 1-year type deal. I'm going to sign him to a 2-year. You have the money now. Why not use it on a player that could immediately impact the team? Surprisingly enough, though, we were able to win it all with the roster we have. Like, our offensive line's pretty weak, so I don't know if there's anything to be learned with this roster, but maybe. Like, it seems like a little strange that this team was able to pull it off. I don't know. I know it kind of worked out with Middleton as, well, no, Middleton was the number 2. Honestly, I like Darius Slayton, cool and all, but, like, we don't need him. We're not gonna we're gonna stick with what we got. Kellum goes up to superstar as well. What did he get? Unfakeable. Fair enough. He is a run-stopping type of guy. It'd be nice to get a corner. I mean, there's a lot of positions. It's just free agency is really weak right now. So even though Slayton would be nice, I don't think we need him. I'm gonna up the offer on Andrews, though. I think Andrews is really solid for us. Big improvement, and once again, there's not really much to go for here. So if we don't come out with something, it's going to be a pretty big L. And I think we're also going to pay Dalvin Tomlinson a 1-year deal to replace Billings. I don't know what the contract is like. Wow, we still don't get Andrews. We just won the Super Bowl. We're paying him above mark, and he says no. Layman was like a 6-year, $35 million deal, I believe. I think it's worth it for a fast slot guy. Dalvin Tomlinson and Patrick Peterson sign. I just felt like using the money up, honestly. It's just like we have money. We probably have very little to sign. You know, we got to do something to try and make the team even better because at the end of the day, you just don't keep up around the league if you don't constantly improve. So, you know, that's basically that. And, Treader. I don't think Treader could really play center, but we can maybe move some things around. We need some sort of lineman, right? We end up getting Treader, maybe plays guard, somebody moves the guard, and then we get a backup Wise. All right, we have a couple of options. Chad Elam, you're like, why would you have this guy on your list? They did mention him. they were like, if you don't want to risk, or it's like, if you don't mind taking offensive lineman high, then Chad Elam's your guy, which is usually a good sign, but I don't know if I trust that. There also is a tight end, Nolan Dent, who looks really good because of how fast he is. I don't know if I'm willing to take him over Njoku, though. It's like, kind of what do you need / what do you want? I feel like we do need a cornerback more, though. So I think, what do we have? So we do actually have a lot of second-round picks. I do remember trading down a lot. So I want Freeman the most, of course, but both corners look pretty damn good. Freeman does look better, but both corners look pretty good. So I think we're just going to keep moving down until one of them is gone, and then obviously we trade up for the other one. All right, so we trade 32, 64, and 105 to the Titans for pick 17. Of course, our cornerback, or one of the cornerbacks, is gone. Antoine Freeman is one of the other ones. He's an early first talent. He's a late projected first. 21. Let's see how good he is. And he's only normal, but he is a very high overall. Maybe even a safety year one. I'm not really sure. Now, Ronnie Harrison played pretty well. I don't know. Maybe number 3 corner. I'm not sure. But I was going to trade up. Oh, Nolan Dent went right there, too. I don't think we're going to trade up. Elam goes to the Ravens, who doesn't even need tackle. Actually, maybe Orlando went to free agency. And when I say maybe, did we sign him? Okay, we get Orlando Brown a lot, so I couldn't keep up with that, but McGlinchey is who we have. Okay, fair enough. We do have some other picks, though, like this Dale Johnston guy looks really good. Bob Bola looks really good. Justice Harris looks pretty decent. We have options. I'm not really too worried. But I will go slow sim just to see what, overalls everyone was. All right, we have back-to-back picks here, and I think we're going to be taking Johnston, right? He's 6'2". He is locked in at center, though, whereas Justice Harris could play another position. Maybe make the argument for Bob Bola. What is so mid-first, late-first, early second? Not that those always mean a whole lot, but I think you got to go for the center, right? I mean, we have Treader who, I guess to be fair, if anyone's going to play guard, it would be that center anyways. Landon Hart could play guard. I know he's not super, the acceleration's pretty good. He could definitely play guard. Left guard makes sense for him. Treader maybe at center, and then whoever we draft here, maybe a right guard. I'm not really sure, but I think the best choice is to draft one of them. We have 3 shots here, and we're clearly going to make the wrong choice because that's the way we play it. But Dale Johnston is going to be our pick if it doesn't. Okay, maybe they're trying to give us another chance because he is normal. Obviously, it's really strange that he's only a 73 because everything he has is like 74 and above except for awareness and speed, so it's a little strange there. Linemen are just too much of a random. I just can't take it. You're like, oh, well, maybe your odds will improve. You get, take all of them, but nah, we can't be doing that. Let's go to the late second with this one, gather some extra picks. Of course, the Bears are willing to give us such a good trade, but that just isn't a trade we would make in real life. The Vikings, not so bad themselves. The Saints pick is not bad. The Ravens are willing to give us a first round. That's hard to pass. We go to the Falcons. They gave us the worst of pretty much all the offers, but we get to stay very close, add some more talent, and we don't trade to the Bears or the Vikings. The Vikings are offering us such good picks here too. It's just we can't do it. The Ravens still offered us that pick next year. I had to take that first round, right? You have to take a first round pick when it's offered. Right, so we do have both of the players I really wanted in the third round. Maybe we didn't. Carlos Boyd isn't the guy I thought it was he? I think this is the guy I wanted. It's really tough because you can't tell. These two literally look like almost the exact same. They're so identical, and you could even make the argument that this guy is actually better and he's later. So I think we're going to trade up to pick 1 here. Don't even really need a pass rusher that bad, but take the value when it's there, I suppose. And I think we're going to be trading on the rest. So next year's draft is going to be quite legit, which would be, after that draft would be our final draft. And things are getting a little laggy here. I'm not a huge fan. Give him a 5th round pick. I think it's fair. It's only 5 spots. Which would be taking Edwards, who would be the only hidden of our draft. He's not, but very, very solid. 76 overall. Can't go wrong. Really? Our middle linebacker is gone? It's the 4th round, bruh. I guess you can never be too safe. I guess we're going to take Bryce Lowry now. 66 overall normal. That's an L. Damn, son. I don't know how good that guy was, but I'm going to have to try to find him. That sucks. Well, we're going to trade down some more. We ended up getting another 2nd round for next year. from Houston. So take Jacksonville's 5th next year, I think. Did we? Jeez, why is it lagging? And then I think if we needed anything special teams-wise, it would be a punter. This guy had the highest kick power potential of any of the players, kicker-punter-wise, and it only gives him a 91. And he's not bad, but not great either. We didn't land a single hit in, did we? Let's take a look at some of the players we missed, specifically the O-lineman. Number 1 overall pick was a right guard, a 70 overall normal right guard. Gotta love it. Oh, that was the other corner, wasn't it? Yep, this is the guy we had on the list, Alexander Graham. If I had the choice between the two, though, I would have taken Freeman anyways, but this guy was the guy that was hidden. Hopefully he was less than superstar. Okay, so star, I mean, that's still really good, but yeah. What about left tackle? Chad Elam. You gotta trust the stories, man. You gotta trust them. Hidden development trait. He is only a 69 overall. Looks actually really rough, but hidden development could be superstar. He is not. And then for the second round, who do we have? We had a couple of choices. So here's Justice Harris. Was he hidden? He was not. And then there was a center, and this was 100% the guy. Normal as well, so no matter what we chose, it wasn't happening. And I don't know if this was the middle linebacker or not. I think it was. Looks decent, but no dev. And if that wasn't the guy, then it was this guy. But I don't think it was because he's 23. So yeah, I mean, it really didn't matter. There wasn't a whole lot we could have done to do a better draft. It was just a bad one. And hey, I mean, we did end up adding more talent for next year. What can I say? So technically year 4 now. This is what the squad looks like. Middleton, only an 81 overall, despite having such a god-tier season. Of course, he got the superstar, which is a huge win. And he does look pretty damn good, 6'2" and all that. He's a lot slower than I thought. Or he's like faster than I thought. I thought he was way slower than this. Also, 18 doesn't really fit him, in my opinion, but it is what it is. He's already had a season under that. Kamara and Gillespie, obviously really solid. With Russell, who's just kind of fallen under the radar a little bit, but still balls out when he needs to. 99 speed. Oh my, what a freak. Could use a new tight end, some upgraded offensive lineman as well. Wouldn't hurt. Specifically that left side, that's where I would attack if I was going up against us. Front, Harold actually gets to number 2 with 4-3 because Dalvin Tomlinson is obviously the best 1-year starter, with Harold, who's actually only 23, being technically better than Ford because of the strength is alone. McKinley and Bratton. Bratton's 80 overall, 2 years in the league. Really hasn't done much though. Where's my help? Let's see if we put it on. Let's put under pressure on. Maybe that'll help. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's not a bad team. Obviously, we just won the Super Bowl. Did we really add that much talent? Probably not. But hey, if no one else really added too much talent, we should still be good enough to almost repeat or actually repeat. All right, re-signings didn't really matter, so I ignored them. And this season, we go 10-6, just slightly better than last season. I like being under the radar like this, though. We won the Super Bowl like this last time. Why not do it again? Had a bit of a win streak, lost against the Chiefs, but 7 of the last 8 games were wins, which is absolutely clutch. Looking at our season, Gillespie seems like he's getting slightly worse every season. I don't know if that's even true or not, but maybe it's just we're getting slightly better touchdowns every season rushing. I don't know. Receiving, though, kind of all over the place, but it be what it be. Looking at the blocking, I don't want to talk about it because it's EA. Tackles, only one guy over 100, Harrison. Sacks, Bratton, thank you. McKinley, not bad. Harold, not bad at all. And we don't talk about Dalvin, who is clearly not worth it at all. Jake Elliott, another pretty damn good season. Punting was okay. Lehman stole some of the kick return duties from Gooden there. Looking at, awards. We're number 10 again. Okay. Consistency is key. Maybe not good consistency, though, as Graham gets Rookie of the Year on top of it. Not like we chose one over the other, but we were going to. Rosen, you're not good. Stop. Please. And this time, no awards at all. That's unfortunate. But here we are going against the Panthers. Let's see if we can repeat. 91 overall to the 81 overall Panthers. End of game. The Panthers are on top. We score back, though. You can see it's starting to get a little darker. Things are getting a little bit more intense here. And it's 10-all so far at halftime. Jake Elliott got injured. That's not good. Still hits the extra point. Doesn't care. 17-all. This isn't good. Let's slow it down a little bit. I think we're left to right. Oh, hell no, we're not. Wait, which way is... I don't even know what's going on. Okay, so we are left to right. But apparently they were driving 4 minutes left. You give up a goal or a drive there. Wow, they just... I mean, there's no chance, right? But let me just try it. Let me attempt to cheese it real quick, okay? It's not going to happen, but let me try. We've got 99 speed. Why not? Let's get our crossers in. Oh, that is just your first play. I mean, you guys think, oh, you know, last Super Bowl was so undeserved. It's so easy. Look how fast they came after us there. Throw out a sack right to the defender. We lose the first game of the playoffs. I mean, it ain't that easy, all right? It ain't that easy. They're like, no, you just suck. Okay, fair, but, you know, stop. Passing, both quarterbacks combined for under 400 yards, which is just rough. Kamara tried to carry. Wasn't enough. Defensively... defensively just didn't seem like we did enough, honestly. As far as kicking goes, Elliott missed a field goal. I know it says he was injured, but we have injuries off, so surely that was just like a graphical thing, right? Like he didn't actually get injured. I don't even know, but missed an extra point or a field goal, which costed us. Kudo at 36 upgrades. You still can't use him, which is sad. But let's go to the Super Bowl. I don't think we'd have had any dev-ups. Maybe Ronnie Harrison. This is kind of an uneventful season. And of course, we always lose to the Super Bowl winner. It's always the Super Bowl winner every time. I swear it is. And looking at offensively, there were no dev-ups. It would appear no dev-ups. Defensively, Ronnie Harrison does go up to Superstar, and so does Knighton, and Kellum goes to X-Factor. Okay, so, you know, it could have been better, but it also could have been worse. You know, we got 3 dev-ups. That's, you know, it's something. Ronnie gets to Superstars overall is probably going to be locked in around 82, 83, 84 at best. And then Kellum, who's just deving up every season at this rate. Bratton doesn't go to X Factor. A little surprised by that, but a good season for him. And Freeman projected number 3. Ward is still kind of kicking. I think Ward actually was on the list for free agents. I think we're going to let him go, though, and then try to find someone even better. Oh, he wasn't. That's awkward. I mean, we're going to keep him on the team as the number 2 corner. Yay. All right, so this is the last season we're doing regardless. We have 90 mil to work with. So honestly, I think we're going to get a little wild with this one. Oh, Jesus. You need a little bit of water there, pal. Yikes. It doesn't really appear that there's much to get. I mean, David DeCastro, honestly, we've learned our lesson. This man's going to get like 18 mil here. If he doesn't accept that contract, Jalen Johnson, huh? Superstar corner. If you was star, I would actually be like, okay, maybe not, but superstar, I'm paying him. I'm paying him for sure. Shaq Mason, don't need that many players, you know, like relax. It's not that serious. Antoine Winfield, not a bad player. Don't need him though. Yeah, we have a lot of money again, and for the second season in a row, the names really aren't that great. It's really strange that this is the way it is. Cameron Jordan can kind of play DT, so I'm going to give him like 20 mil to just join us for this final season. Once again, these are one-year deals, so unless we have to pay like the quarterback and everyone, which I don't think we do, you know, we can afford this anyways, and we're kind of going a little risky just to try and, you know, put another Super Bowl up. So we got all 3, which, I mean, I think they are big, big signings. DeCastro, a tackle, question mark? I think it's really going to come down to whoever the lowest overall is at the O-lineman position, so it is going to be left guard. DeCastro's played, we're just going to screw Hart over, right? Hart's just like, you better be paying me left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, and right tackle money all in one season because you keep moving me around. And honestly, he's not wrong, but he's not going to be paid that. It doesn't really matter. What do I feel like we're missing someone? No? Okay, so we're fine. O-line looks really good. We do have, you know, the new corner. Freeman's going to be wasted, is what it is. Jordan at left end doesn't, you know, it's not the craziest move in the world, but I think DT makes the most sense. Yeah, play that baller inside man move thing. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. We jumped to a 92 overall with him at DT number 1. It's a sick roster. Maybe draft right outside linebacker, or maybe take one last look at free agency, see if there's anyone else there. I'm pretty sure it was really barren, though. We pretty much took all the talent from free agency. Screw it, I'm going to go for Shaq Mason as well. It's the final season. It's only a one-year deal anyways. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually afford him, though, because this is the second round, and he's still there, meaning that he's declined some offers. We can afford that, and screw it. He's, you know, kind of on the smaller side. Makes sense for center. Screw it. Yo, this is the tight end draft. Look at the amount of them. If I was one of these guys, I'd be like, yeah, maybe I'm going to wait till next year to come out of the draft. Because, Yeah, I mean, even some of these other guys are good enough to potentially be first-rounders in other seasons. Like, look at that. Like, that's ridiculous. Fifth-year option, I think you give him the fifth-year option because he's already pretty much max. He's got X Factor. He's, like, in the 90s. It doesn't really matter what you do. Postponing contract should save you a little bit of money over time. And then for Russell, I think you pay him now, I guess. It doesn't really matter too much. I think for the wide receiver one, you're screwed no matter what. All right, so Njoku's not the greatest tight end going, so I think we should look to draft. I don't know why I even have that guy on our list. We should look to draft a tight end. Once again, the classic wait until one is left strategy is going to be the one we use, of course. That's one we love to use. We have this guy, too. I mean, he's kind of like, he's a wide receiver. Don't really need a wide receiver that bad. I mean, we got some names, right? I want George the most, I suppose, but anyone we're stuck with would be great. We also want this running back because Kamara's not getting any younger, and more importantly, they mentioned this guy. They're like, I don't remember, they're like, Minnesota's going to have to win without him or something because he's injured or something. I would assume that means he's a good player, right? Like, you don't mention, oh, well, they're going to have to play without this guy if he sucks, They wouldn't really care. But let's go slowly. I mean, there's a lot of tight ends, so it'd be very hard for us to miss on all of them. But it is me, and I like to miss on talented players. Remember, this is the last season we're going to be doing, even though I don't think the class is that strong again. This is going to be the last season we're doing, and because it's a 0 overall rebuild, and there's a lot of other rebuilds that we probably won't even get to in general that should get a reload, there's a good chance that we never come back to this, right? And we're down to like the last tight end or two, aren't we? Yeah, I want George, so I'm not gonna risk it anymore. I want George, so I'm gonna be trading up to the Jets to get him. I don't want to trade Njoku even though they need a tight end because, I mean, you can at least get one more season out of him, especially if this tight end sucks. So I don't want to do that. Now, Ward, honestly, we should be getting more than that for Ward. Can we get like a third round off him? That seems pretty fair, right? Yeah, I'll take it. All right, here we go. Colin George looked like the best one to me, and he's a 76 overall normal. He was by far the fastest, so I'd love to see the comparison in speed, see how much EA is just incorrect. 88 speed, 90 XL for a 4.49 40 is kind of rough. I feel like that's like 90 speed, 90 XL in general for a receiver type, but I guess EA disagrees. We'll probably end up with the only guy that isn't hidden. Jennings goes to the Falcons. This guy's a very hard pass, but like we don't really need wide receiver. I'd rather have this guy. He's a late second, though, so we could probably wait on him as well. Will Vinson. Do we need multiple linebackers? I don't think we do. What about this guy? All right, so we have a shot at, a couple of players. So I want to get the linebacker for a fact, and then one of the centers possibly. But, I mean, this is so... It's just so inconsistent with these draft picks. You just never know. Let's go to the Bills, gain a fourth round. That should be fair. They probably actually gained off of us on that. But let's get this linebacker. Maybe should have just taken him because we're probably going to lose him here now. But let's get this linebacker, assuming he's there. He is. Niles Keaton could actually be a starter and only normal, but obviously insane potentials. Yeah, they definitely expect you to make him good because his coverage ratings are really solid out the gate. Insane catching, insane jumping even for a rookie linebacker. Super fast, solid hit power. I mean, that's kind of a user god right out the gate. And then hopefully none of the centers went. I should actually check. They did not, so we're just going to keep going until one of the centers goes. Once again, we're not doing another season in this, and like I said, it's very unlikely we ever come back to this, so might as well trade up for one of the players, get something potentially god tier, you never know. All right, so I would assume that was the guy we wanted more than the other guy. Damn it, we're about to lose the center. We can't trade up with the Vikings. That's not realistic, especially in the second round. Okay, they didn't. So the Colts. We give them a fourth round. We get pick 12. We still have 31. Don't think we really have much to draft with that. Oh, the wide receiver is still there? Wait, both of our centers are still there? I'm taking the wide receiver. Screw it. He is hidden. For one, I'm surprised that he's that slow. And two, I'm a little surprised that he was such a low overall. I thought he was going to be good with bad dev. I think that's a really good decision because, once again, the centers are still there. So, like, we could just wait. Even though one of the centers is literally about to go right here to the Bengals anyways. Nope. Thought the Rams would have been one of the teams. How is this happening? And there goes one of them. I think that was the guy I wanted least comparatively. So, Yeah, we making some trade-ups once again. Like I said, I mentioned it a few times last season. Might as well go all out, have a little bit of fun with it on the way as well. 4th round pick. Might be trading up again. Trying... Okay, I think... Thankfully, it was the number 1 on our list, because I completely forgot to click draft. But, you know, it is what it is. And he was hidden. Okay, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, right? It's not so bad of a draft, I guess. Some really talented players. The running back, I don't really know how much it matters. This tackle looks really good, too. How old is Kamara? If he's 28 or higher, which he definitely is, he's 29. So, yeah, you definitely would want him. Let's go to the 3rd round. Bowles could be gone, but if he's not, we'll be trading up again. Bowles is still there. The safety's still there. I'm going to try to make 2 trade-ups here. The Giants and the Steelers. I think we can do. We have quite a bit of trade baits. Let's go to the Steelers. I have no idea if these are even fair, so if anyone wants to cry about it being unrealistic right here, it just seems fair, right? Like EA's like, oh, well, you need a little bit more value. So I'm like, okay, here we go. It seems like a good trade. And then we're going to go up to the Giants to grab this safety. That's a 4th round pick. That would have been disastrous beyond belief. Let's give him a 5th and a 4th. Let's actually get rid of the 5th because it is a higher pick. We gave the first team 85, and then we just gave the Giants 80. So Ahmad Bowles, let's see if we can get some hidden. Yikes. They mentioned him. I mean, he's still really good, and this is a guy that you could definitely develop, but as far as like running backs go, he's not even close to one of the best I've ever seen. Like, we've seen so many good ones, and they aren't even mentioned. And then Cam Freeman, skills, combine grade, 6'3", 21 looks all great to me, and he is 74 overall. Definitely a replacement for Ronnie in the future. And then we have a 5th round pick. There should be at least 1 player there that we have scouted, at least, or on our draft board. Might be the guard, though. Was that actually the guy right there? It may have been. I don't know. But we're going to take the linebacker, I guess. Mitchell Poole. That speed is lacking. That was a bad pick. We do trade down. We get a 4th next year. It doesn't really matter. The reason why I did it is just because we had literally nothing. So there's no point in drafting somebody that's completely trash, even if it is the last year. And then I suppose we'll take the best available fullback, 61 overall, Cliff Sapp. Definitely not best available, but the combine grade was best available, I suppose. All right, so looking at the draft recap, we definitely missed some players, but overall, I want to see what we did land. We had 2 hiddens, I believe. The wide receiver in the center. This guy could be a huge steal. 6'4", 91 speeds, not that bad. Star only. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Theo Howe or Ho. Could be Howie. Star development. All right, time to take a look at all those chickens. Where's the tight end? Right, first tight end, Mr. John Matthews to the Vikings. I mean, his 40 time and whatnot was nowhere near as good as this guy that we had. But look at the traits. That is a bona fide beast. He is only 6'3", though, so some could debate that maybe he's actually a wide receiver, not a tight end at all. And he is superstar. He's an absolute stud. Actual thug out here. Normal development, probably the worst of the tight ends, just because he's 23 on top of it. Kevin Mitchell, I thought would have been one of the better ones as well. Really good traits. He is kind of like ironically enough, a Tyler Higbee type. Of course, our guy. And then Jennings. Yeah, I mean, there really wasn't that much you could have done. There was really the Vikings tight end and then our tight end. The rest were all pretty rough. And then there was probably someone else we're missing, maybe a center or something. I really don't care too much. All right, here's the roster for the final team. Receivers, I mean, offensive weapons look insane. We're still going to start Njoku because he is the better option for this season, without a doubt. He's way better at route running and whatnot, so going to keep him there. His catching's really bad, though. 84 catching. O-line, the best it's been, obviously. 3 guys in the pretty much 90. You take away 2 overalls, put on DeCastro. It's 3 guys in the 90s. Left tackle's okay, and then Howie, 70 overall with Star. Linebackers, really good stuff. Keaton, he's a rookie. He's already 76 overall when you move him to outside linebacker. Free safety's great. Strong safety's old. Corners are probably the best trio in the league now. Pass rush with Jordan's probably one of the top 5 units as well. So I think we should probably be able to return to glory here. All right, here's the first real re-sign period. Tremaine Russell, just give him the 7-year deal. He's getting basically quarterback money at this point. A 7-year, $149. Obviously, Hart would be a guy you give a contract to as well. Superstar linemen are not easy to come by. Kellum, I think, is a guy you would actually have to release. Bratton had a pretty decent season. I think you give him a 5-year deal. Give him a 4-year deal, actually. Really? He wants more? Left tackle really hasn't played that well, so you'd probably let him go. Losing Kellum would suck, but you just can't pay a linebacker that kind of money, right? Like, you just can't. It's in the playoffs, and we do get the +1. We also see that David Akasha is retiring. I mean, he just joined us, so it's not like he's, I don't even know if this would even be, like, a real thing that they would do. Like, oh, I think he's going to retire at the end of the season. It's like, we don't even know if we would have him next season. He's a one-year tester type of thing. We do go 11-5, obviously 9-7, 10-6, 11-5. So at some point, you would think we'd be 16-0 in like 5 seasons, right? So we won't be able to test that out, but it sure is something that we keep winning one extra game. Oh, I accidentally skipped ahead. So touchdowns, picks, pretty similar. Yards keep going up at least. Rushing, backup rushing touchdowns aren't that great, but Kamara stole the show there, took it all. 2 1,000-yard receivers, and Njoku, meh. Layman, meh. Kamara with like 1,800 total, really good stuff. O-line numbers, not great considering how good the O-line actually is outside of like one position. Cameron Jordan does really well. McKinley's pretty solid. Bratton's pretty solid. It's a really good pass rush season, actually. Kellum, once again, I just think you have to, right? Like, you just can't pay a linebacker 20-some mil a year that isn't a pass rusher. As far as awards go, MVP is our guy on the list. He's up to 7 now. Whoa, look at that. Any awards at all? Keaton, almost Rookie of the Year. Best running back, Kamara. That was probably the guy that had the best chance to win anything. And that was pretty much it. Going up against the Packers for the first year, I suppose, or for the first game, maybe the last game. I suppose we'll take a look at these, get our maxed out morale there, and then I suppose Kamara, I think, can get the offense to max morale as well with this scenario. And does he? He does. And then I suppose with the general manager one, you could probably get max as well, like 20 plus 20 for everyone, right? Look at that. I mean, that's a lot of morale. I'd imagine they're all at 99, right? 95 overall to the Packers, 86 overall. If we lose this, yikes. At this point, Jordan Love would be starter. Hell, at this point, Jordan Love could be like not even on the damn team. See, actually, is he? It is Jordan Love, all right. Jordan Love era. Let's see it. Show him who's boss. No more Rodgers. We're the champs in town now. Okay, maybe not. 7 all. 14-7. 14 all. Second half, 17-14. I mean, we should be winning by a lot more than this, and we're not even winning at all now. Fourth quarter looking okay, and we do hold on. Defense kind of helps that out. Ooh, nice fourth quarter performance. Obviously, the most important quarter. Well, I'd say the first quarter is probably the most important quarter because you could set the whole damn tone. But, yeah, clutching up in the fourth obviously means a ton. Defensively, barely. I mean, we always get out-sacked by them, which just is unfair, okay? I know, Kamara, we've talked about this. How many plus 20 morale boosts are we going to get going up against the Falcons now? They're an 84 overall, so even lower than the Packers here. All right, see what we can do. Back at home again. I don't think we would have a home game for the championship. It kind of depends on who wins. The Ravens, speaking of winning, on the other side. The Chiefs are not a part of it, which is a shocker. As we stop them, we get a touchdown right out the gate. They get a touchdown back, though. Really clutch return fire there. 10-7. We're still technically on top because I believe we get ball at half. Definitely on top now. Up 7 with ball. Looking good. Up 14. 27-10. I mean, it's going to be a tough one for the Falcons to come back from. Usually they're on the other side. I'm sorry, Falcons fans, okay? It's not your fault, right? I imagine a lot of you guys were like, run the damn ball, run the damn ball. I don't know what the, I'm pretty sure someone made a video. I don't know if it was a Madden video or an actual, like, NFL analysis video, but I think I didn't click it, but the fact that they made the video makes me think, ooh, yikes. That makes me think that it actually may have been legit, but I think there was a video that was like, would the Falcons have won the game if they just kneeled instead? Because as we all know, like Matt Ryan, you know, he fumbled the ball, and I think they could have kicked a field goal pretty much from there. I can't remember exactly, but that and, you know, wasting the clock and whatnot, like, that would be so sad if that was legit. I don't know. I might have to try to type that up. I want to see right now just so I don't leave you guys hanging. Yeah, it was by 5 points vids. What if the Falcons had just kneeled when they were up 28-3? All right, headed to the championship round. We are at home because we're playing Washington. The overalls just keep dropping for our opposing teams. The NFC seems really, really weak. But here we are. Maybe all these weak teams are beating the good teams for us. I don't know. Maybe they want this to be a super success. And Baltimore on the other side, if it was the Jaguars, that would have been OP. Dwayne Haskins is back in Washington as the starter. Interesting. Not looking that great out the gate here. We do get 7, though, so 7 all second quarter. Washington's giving us a run here. I mean, they're leading into half on this one. 14 all, 21-14. I mean, are they going to win this? There's no way. Washington should not even be close. And a 4th and 2, and you're punting it. The coding in this game is undefeated. It really is. And look at, like, the clock is just going away. And the clock is just, they got 2 clock on, down 7 inside their own 30. Oh, what a game. We threw a pick last time we went with crossers. This time he shows off that speed. This isn't even this guy. That's Middleton. What a disaster this game is. Russell right down the middle. Could look for Middleton as well. And this time we actually go to Layman. And he doesn't get the feet down. I didn't want to go with the possession because I felt like, you know, he might have stopped. And then because he overran it a little bit. And he would have costed us, you know, a timeout, which I just cannot lose. Oh, my. Oh, my, with Russell. I mean, at that point, you had to take it inside when he burns him that hard. That's a good play. That's a good play. I think you need a block here. And Kamara on the wheel. Swatted away. I could not go with the aggressive there. Could not. Because I just believed that he was actually going to catch the damn thing. I think we need more room. Russell's my guy. I do not want Njoku even coming off of that. Is this actually the same play? I don't even know. Look at Russell. And that's going to be picked, but obviously out of bounds. The last play. We just don't have much height on this damn team, man. Middleton's tall, though. Oh, you got to take Middleton there. That's pretty good. Oh! Did he not catch it? He's celebrating like he caught it. Wait, hello? Wait a minute. I got to see this back. Did he miss it? Oh, left foot. Imagine choking that hard. There's no way. Oh, Kamara just choked it, and he's been so clutch. Wow, that's how it ends against a very, very, very bad squad. I mean, that is just interesting to say the least. See the defensive numbers. We have the pretty damn good pass rush, and they, kept up with us 1-1. Guess what? Jake Elliott with another missed field goal. Don't know if it would have mattered in this one. Probably not, but still, another missed field goal for the man that seems so good. But yeah, we got our Super Bowl very quick, but didn't win another one after those sims. I'm a bit surprised, but that's just the way it is. That's EA Sim for you. Let's take a look at some of the players we had in this one after we see the results of the Super Bowl. We always lose the Super Bowl winner, but not this time apparently. 94 overall. Let's take a look. So Kamara, I mean, he's always probably going to be a god, but this is what Kamara looks like here. Gillespie, his abilities. Omaha, inside Deadeye, pocket Deadeye, pass lead elite, comeback, and hot route master, comeback. That is an L. That is, I think that actually is the worst ability, right? Fast break passer with his ability. If you're not fast, then maybe. Maybe not, actually. Maybe he's safe. What is it called? Fast break and safety valve are probably the worst. Actually, agile extender, too. There's some pretty bad abilities in here, actually. And then this one, there's really not a bad ability on the final slot. Threat detector is actually pretty trash. Tremaine Russell looked like a damn beast with his speed. Yak him up, evasive and deep out. I think we already, we covered those bases. I think we actually changed the abilities for him. Middleton turned out to be a really good wide receiver. He actually got it done very quick as well. Reach for it. What a nightmare for that one. Let's go red zone threat because he's like the biggest guy besides Njoku. Defensively, Kellum. He turned out to have a pretty damn good career for us so far. But it looks like we would have been letting him go, and I think it's honestly the best choice, right? Like, there's not much of a choice other than to do that. Bratton, looking like a beast. Under pressure with Stonewall. Of course, McKinley. Probably the last time we'll ever see McKinley decent, because once again, this is a older roster. On the newer ones, he's like low 70s. Edge threat with extra credit. Ben Knighton, the 5'9 safety we drafted, still built more like a corner, mid and deep zone KO, which is just filthy for a safety. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know if there's any like stipulation rebuilds you want to see for this, like where it's like 0 overall rebuild but no draft, or no free agency, or fantasy draft 0 overall rebuild. I think would be kind of fun, where we get the draft the worst overalls possible. The problem with that one though is we mentioned it may be impossible because you're stuck with those contracts. If you draft a 60 overall in the first round, you're still paying them a 5-year, I think 50 they make you pay or something like that. So I don't even know if that's physically impossible, but maybe something along those lines, or any sort of rebuild idea, franchise idea, ideas to upgrade or improve our current franchises or series. Let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, though, that's going to be it for me for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays, twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams, and that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you come back for next video, but until next video, see ya! I got the snow cone, kid! Let's go!
Maybe instead of looting a sacred temple, we could just get out of here?
Maybe you shut the hell up, kid. Y'all are weak. We seen you get your ass snapped. Yeah, they deserve to die. They creep me out. Man, I should have ended this stream like... This little camper! All those mines! It's like the equivalency of using a freaking claymore while sniping.